Knackers, guys.
Hey guys, Mac here. Welcome to my Whispering Willows walkthrough, which will get you all 100% of the achievements in the game. This video is about 58 minutes long, and you will get 19 out of 19 achievements for 1000 gamer score. You can also follow this on the PlayStation 4 in order to unlock all of the trophies. Now, the goal of this walkthrough is to get you through the game as fast as possible. Now, you may not enjoy the game as much as you can if you were to take your time and enjoy the dialogue, enjoy the puzzles for yourself. So you'll want to keep that in mind. I will be going through all the dialogue as fast as possible. I'll be skipping certain areas that you don't really need to go to that often. If you were to play the game for yourself, kind of enjoy everything there is, it might take you about 2.5 hours, and then you might miss some stuff, so you'll have to mop up, and then you can use this during your second playthrough if you so desire. Now, there's a few things I wanted to address, and first of all, I haven't eliminated any of the loading screens, and I've done that on purpose so that you guys can play along with the game while watching the video without having to pause the video every couple of minutes. As for commentary, I won't be commenting through the entire video as I don't deem it necessary, but I will join you guys back up in important situations in the game where I want to warn you about doing something so that you can make sure you get all the achievements and trophies on your first playthrough. So it's completely up to you about whether or not you want to leave the actual sound of the video on while playing. I will be coming back in to give you certain warnings, but as long as you follow the video 100%, you won't have any problems at all. If you guys have found the video useful, I would like nothing more but for you to drop a like in the video. You can even leave a comment if you so desire. You can subscribe only if you're into new content similar to this in the future. Hopefully I see you then. Peace. Once you've made your way through the beginning of the game, you've gotten the shovel and the bucket and delivered the sheet music to the piano player, make sure you come outside of that house, go to the very right hand side, put the bucket in the well, descend to the very bottom, skip through some dialogue, and that should unlock one of the missable achievements for you. So now that we've picked up the trophy key and went through the door, the first thing we're going to want to do is as soon as we walk in, you're going to want to walk up to the fox that is standing next to the wall. It is the second animal there underneath the 2 deer heads. You're just going to press A on it. Your character is going to look at it. You're going to get an achievement called What Does the Fox Say? And it's worth 50 gamer score. That is missable. You can always come back to it, but I suggest you do it while walking by it for the first time. Now, this spider is one of the only enemies in the game, and it can only be seen when it is in the light, which is why you can see it when it's next to the window, or you can see it while you're in ghost form. It will kill you in human form, and you won't be able to see it, so it's one of the only enemies that's actually a danger to you. So just go into ghost mode and make sure it's in its cave, and then you can walk by without being harmed. There's 2 or 3 more instances where you'll come across these later on in the game where you'll have to use steam and some water to see them. So keep in mind kind of how they work, and the puzzles aren't really that bad. Now, the garden is easily the most confusing part of the game, in my opinion. What you're going to need to do once you get in here is you're going to need to find a fuchsia, purple, and magenta flower. That's 3 different flowers. When you find all 3, they get put into a bouquet, and you can give them to the ghost outside of the main gate. So that's kind of your goal. If you do get lost at any point, try to find the beginning of the garden and then use the video for reference and just follow my exact movements through every door. We will have to come back to this area in Chapter 3 for an extra achievement that's missable, but otherwise this is all story related and you'll need to continue through here in order to continue the game. So a long time has passed since I talked last, but basically after fulfilling the bouquet of flowers, talking to the ghost, getting into the elevator, going down the elevator, picking up the bloody knife, and then coming back to the garden, use the bloody knife to get past the little problem in the fence area, and you'll come to this fountain. Interact with the fountain and you'll unlock an achievement worth 120 gamer score, I believe, 125 maybe, called Find the Amazing Frog. And this is only accessible in the garden after you get the bloody knife from the kitchen. So keep that in mind. Even though you don't need to come back to the garden for the story necessarily, you will want to come back for that specifically. And this is kind of the best reference point as to where this is as soon as you enter the garden, always take like the most left door to get to the location you're going. Now, during Chapter 3, you would have noticed that I just talked to a ghost, and once you talk to that ghost, you'll be able to start seeing certain patterns on the wall, which will allow you to unlock the wine cellar. I've shown you the code to the wine cellar, which I believe is 3123, and that can help you open the wine cellar to further progress the story. But before going into the wine cellar, after you open it, you're going to want to go back outside, cross to the mansion mansion grounds area, and then go to the very right hand side to the observatory. And once you're in the observatory, you can use this ghost's power, which is being able to see certain patterns on walls. Once in ghost mode, you'll see a secret little symbol on the wall. You'll want to go up to it. I don't believe you can interact with it by pressing A, but for me to get the achievement to unlock, I just floated around it and kept pressing A, and eventually did pop up. I believe this one's called Nightlight, and it's for finding a symbol of one of the developers, I think, on the wall of the observatory. Again, you have to do this in Chapter 3. If you progress through the wine cellar and get to Chapter 4, you will no longer be able to unlock this achievement. So now we're making our way down this long set of stairs, and to progress through the story, we'd be going to the left-hand side of the screen as we descend to the very bottom. But before we do that, make sure you go to the very right-hand side of the lowest floor after coming down the stairs and interact with the painting on the wall in order to unlock a Missable achievement. We're going to have to use the telescope in order to solve the puzzle, and what we're trying to do is match the telescope drawing to the drawing on the back wall there. I believe the solution is 2, 4, and 5, but I'm not 100% sure. This one's pretty easy to solve on your own, just in case I was wrong. Now, as soon as we descend from the telescope room, there's going to be 2 missable achievements that are very, very close to each other. Once walking through the Steam room, you'll see an A in a frame, and it's the symbol of the developers of the game. Walk up to it, press A, wait a few seconds, the achievement will unlock. It's going to be called A-frame, and that's for finding the Abstraction Games logo in the Steam room. Watch out for the spider on the ceiling. You didn't see mine because I timed it like really well, but you might have to use the Steam in order to see the spider better. Climb up the ladder on the left hand side, and then there's a second missable achievement right after you load into this room. There's going to be a fireplace right to your left. Go up to it and press A to interact with it, and you will get another 50-point achievement for trying, actually 75 points for resting at a bonfire. Now at this part, it might look like I'm a little lost or a little bit confused, but I'm purposely waiting on this ladder for an extended period of time because there's a spider crawling on the ceiling, and he'll drop down and bite you on the head and kill you, and you can't actually see him unless you come up here and then the screen does pan forward. So if you can time it properly or use the sound of the spider in order to time when you're going to climb up that ladder, that's what you're going to need to do in order to not be killed. But don't worry, if you do get killed, you get put like literally right before that puzzle and you can just retry. For this set of puzzles here, we're going to have to match up the knight's we can interact with the knight and spin their weaponry, and what we need to do is match the angle of the weaponry closest to the painting that is close by. I don't know if that sentence necessarily made sense, but here you have a knight, and there's a painting to his left of a telescope. We're going to put his sword at the same angle as that telescope. For this one, we're going to put the angle of his weaponry at the same angle of the picture to the right-hand side. Then we can pick up the mace, go upstairs, and interact with the other knight in order to open up another locked door. Now, this is a mandatory set of puzzles in order to progress the story. However, you will unlock an achievement for 40 gamer score for completing all of them. Now, as soon as you reach this part of the game, it's more or less over. All you're going to need to do is cycle through all the dialogues and all the cutscenes. You're going to control the character one more time, and that is during the part where there's 3 candles blown out by wind. That's going to happen one time, then you're going to have a cutscene, and then it's going to happen a second time. The second time it happens, you're able to control Elena, which I believe is the ghost, and what you can do is you're going to need to possess the 3 candles in the room, and light them on fire in order to stop the deadly ghost from killing the guy. That's as far as the story made sense to me, to be completely honest. And as soon as you do those 3 candles, just keep cycling through all the dialogue and the cutscenes again. You'll reach the very end of the game where you unlock your final achievement. And if you look through your achievements, you should have 1,000 out of 1,000 unless you made a mistake by missing something that was very clearly in the video. Thank you guys for watching. Again, if this was helpful, make sure to like, let your friends know, share it on whatever websites you guys do frequent, and hopefully I see you next time. Peace.